Hello everyone, it's me Talon, and I have a ranked match here. It is Musketeer versus Swashbuckler. And this is post-commentary. So what I'm basically gonna do here is put down my barrels, because there's really no other option to do right now. And I'm just gonna buff here so I can wait for him to fog, and then I will start reacting to his fog attack. So he's gonna Valor Shield, which makes me think that he doesn't have fog. So I don't think he has fog, because he's spreading out, but it could also be an attempt to lure me out and then fog. So I'm gonna use Scratch to destroy these boxes to open up my line of sight. And since I don't really have any better options, since I'm out of range with my regular bombs, I'm just going to use these Scratch Buff scatter spikes to place them around his pirate so that it makes it harder for him to group up the fog. Also agility buffing so that I can get ready to rush him. So this is a gunnery, it only does around 200 damage, but he's withdrawing. But I'm going to follow the scent pet up here because it gives me a great opportunity to do a protected charge, maybe the only one I'm gonna get. And I'm just gonna do that with my scent pet leading the way. And as you should know, scent pets remove hidden by the use of their scent. So he's gonna move to the corner with his pirate, but then advance with his companions and his Toro. So he definitely doesn't have fog at this point. And it's a good thing that my scent pet is surviving. So what I'm gonna do now is just super and backstab with my Chantal and Contessa. Since I already have the agility buff up, I want to just kill him as fast as possible so he's not able to a spirit, because that'll make it harder for my companions and I to hit him. And since I don't have my Scratch buff up, I'm not going to waste my bombs, and I'm just going to heal myself for it, and just bomb next turn. So my Chantal gets a great chain, and this chain one-shots the Toro, and that allows me to save my Contessa's backstab, so I can use it on the fan instead. That's very crucial in conserving resources. So he uses Shadow Dance, which increases his critical chance rate, and Fan attacks the Scent Pet. And unfortunately for my Scent Pet, it dies, but unfortunately, well, fortunately, since he's not going to be fogging anyways, it's alright.
What is it, Captain?
So now that I have my scratch buff up, I'm going to bomb the Fan and use my backstab from Contessa on the Fan. So as soon as possible, I want to kill her so that she's not able to agility buff or super strike. I'm also moving up my other companions because they cannot see right now. And the barrels open up a line of sight for me, which is good. So now we wait. Okay, so he's gonna go hidden right now, which is a good move. And Fan uses her super on my Contessa to try to kill her, but luckily she lives that and is able to kill Fan by Relentlesses and various other chains as a result. And that's great because now I can serve Contessa's Gallant and Hide, which is great in case I need to deal with his curse later on. And his pet with Witch Hunter moves in, and I kill him via an Overwatch chain, which is good because now Scratch doesn't have to deal with that. And so since I can't see with knockbacks, I'm gonna place barricades up here to stall him, because since he can't jump over the barricades, it'll make it so that he can't reach my character or any of my companions this turn. And then I'm just gonna attack these barrels with Scratch. Luckily I get a crit here. And I'm also hiding with my Contessa because I don't want the Angel to kill her yet, because I want to conserve the Gallant. And I'm just checking here to see if he can reach me, which I highly doubt that he can. So as I thought, he's not able to reach my character, and that's great, because now I'm able to pressure him. So the Angel doesn't attack my Scratch, so my Scratch lives. I'm gonna use knockbacks on his character so that there's a chance that he's not able to cross the knockbacks. So I can time out his hide here, hopefully, if it works. And luckily for me, Chantal kills the Angel. And my fort is still on with 2 turns to go. So he takes damage from the knockback, but unfortunately it does not knock him back, and he curses my team. And I should have spread out in hindsight, but it's too late now. And he gets a pretty nice 285 damage poison. And I'm just going to run away right now because I don't want to get caught in his purge range, which is 3 range, and I want to keep my buffs, so yeah. So I'm just going to move up there and use my Contessa's Gallant to try at least to protect my team from a hidden strike. So he's just going to do a simple move, moving up 1 to get into purge range again. Now what I should have done is moved right to the front of these barricades and move Contessa right in front of me so that he wasn't in purge range again. And if I had done that, he would not have been able to attack me the next turn because his hide ran out this turn. So that's a little misplay, but again, the bright side is that he has 1 round of hide left to go, so if he purges, he's not going to be able to follow up with a hidden attack. And so as expected, he did purge, but it's okay because he's not able to attack me while hidden. It's out, so I'm allowed to pressure him back if I want to, but I'm not going to do that because I do want to protect my character. But I am going to super with the Chantal while he is unprotected here and use my Jobus on Matthew so that I just get a little bit of extra damage. He gets a minor chain on my Scratch, but it's okay because Scratch has done his job at this point. And I get a small chain from the Chantal, which brings him under half. So he's gonna hide again, which is a pretty good move. He's kind of pinned right now, so that's one of the only things he can do. And I'm just gonna bomb him, hoping for a crit, because that would take him out. I'm gonna keep Scratch there actually so that he can't escape through that area. No crit. I didn't really expect one, to be honest, but so he's gonna fort right now. Probably gonna heal. And I could have gone for the Cyclone round, but I didn't really want to risk it. Yes? Because if I hadn't crit, he'd be able to attack me because my Gallant was running up that turn, and I really need to protect my character. And I no longer have the curse up, so I'm free to revive. He's just gonna poison my Chantal and Scratch right now. And unfortunately, old Scratch dies, but he already did his job, so it's alright. can't be helped. So again, I don't want to risk the Inferno shot, so I'm just going to revive right now and bring my character above half, because a hidden assassin plus witch hunt chain, even with a fort, could be deadly. And I'm just going to move my companions up to try to block his way a bit. And so he's going to double fort right now. He's fort stacking. So he's really hanging on. There's not really much I can do right now because he's hidden though, so...
What you need? What is it, Captain?
So I'm just going to move to my knockback bombs and move Contessa right here so I can make it so that he's not able to reach my character. That's the most important thing you can do late game, is try to make it so that they can't reach your character. Now he gets an epic revive, so that's good for him.
I'm on it.
And so what I'm going to do now is Sky Spirit and then attack with Chantal because I want to have her chain. Unfortunately, she doesn't chain at all. I didn't attack with Contessa because I don't want her getting first strike through chained. And he's just gonna go hidden again. And use the poison to wait out my Chantal before she dies. Unfortunately, she is going to die of poison before getting any more hits off. And I want to conserve these bombs for later, and I only have one more turn for it, so I'm just going to Valor Shield. And I know I'm up a Valor Shield from this point because he already used one early game. So he's just gonna rouse again, bringing him up to a nice health buffer. I can't really take him down now. Unfortunately, Chantal dies. And my knockbacks disappear. So now I gotta face him head on. So what I'm going to do here now is, because my fort ran out, I'm going to levy to make it so that I can block out his attacks here. And I'm going to move my Contessa so that he's not able to poison us both. So let's see what he does. Alright, so he's going to use his hidden Haywire Strike, which just destroys my Contessa. It did a lot of damage, but the reason he didn't do it to my pirate was because my Quick Draw 3 would undo the hidden and bring down the damage of that Haywire Strike. So Chantal is dead now. So I was going to use my Cyclone round, but I'm not going to do that because he only has one round of a fort left, and I want agility buff so I can get the maximum value out of my attacks. Because I'm running out of bombs and my other traps here, and he's just gonna fort again. And at this point, I'm going to start spamming him with attacks, starting with this super to see how much I can chain. Not much happens, but I do get a double tap and a burst, so that's nice. But not much happens. And he is going to use his Kraken's Lament. Unfortunately for him, it's not going to do anything versus me or my minion because it doesn't cover for shooty weapons or attacks, and those are the type of attacks that I use. And I'm just going to keep spamming these AoEs with my Inferno Shot and try to chip him down because he's running out of hides and protections. While I still have one shield left. Well, two actually counting the brackets. And so now he's going to do an Assassins on my pirate. And this little epics exchange brings me down to about a little less than 3/4 health. Maybe 2/3 health right now. And I'm just gonna run so that when he advances, he's going to have to hide in order to get through my Overwatch, or he'll have to just tank it out and reduce his accuracy so his Witch Hunt chains won't trigger once he drops me to Shroud level. Because I do have Soul Shroud. So the match is kind of getting close. And so he just moves next to the Corsair. And now I have the opportunity to bomb him so that when he crosses through he sustains the most damage as possible. And I do get a lucky mega here. And so now he's gonna move in to attack my pirate. He doesn't really have anything else he can do at this point. He runs into my Overwatch. I get a chain and remove his accuracy, and he also takes 70 from the bomb. So he assassins, and I'm able to block his Witch Hunter, and my Soul Shroud goes off and heals me back a little. And after all that, he's now in kill range. And so now I finish him off with a Hurricane round. It was a good match, and it was close. And it could have ended differently if he got